We spend a lot of time analyzing the back-end systems that keep a company operational. Enterprise resource planning tools, decision support systems, and inventory trackers excel at ensuring a business has products to sell and a way to process the money. Historically, processing those transactions was a highly physical act. You hit the mechanical keys of an antique register and dropped the money in the till. Later on, capturing a customer's credit card data meant sliding a heavy imprinter over raised plastic numbers to create a carbon copy paper slip. But there is a significant hurdle to all of this infrastructure. A state-of-the-art supply chain and a flawless payment processing system are entirely useless if you cannot convince people to actually buy your products. While back-end tools manage the cash and the inventory, the real challenge of modern business is actively managing the human relationships that generate that cash in the first place. Acquiring and keeping customers used to rely on face-to-face interactions. Today, a single customer might interact with a brand across dozens of fragmented channels, liking a social post on Tuesday, browsing the website on Wednesday, visiting a physical store on Friday, and calling support the next week. Tracking that journey manually is impossible. This diagram illustrates how a customer relationship management system, or CRM, acts as a company's central nervous system. This central database hub actively pulls in and organizes all of those scattered interactions into one continuous profile. Because the data lives in one place, it eliminates organizational silos. Now, the marketing department, the sales team, and customer service are all looking at the exact same customer profile simultaneously. By synchronizing these departments, a CRM takes the chaotic noise of multi-channel interactions and translates it into a unified, actionable strategy designed to maximize revenue. This visualization shows the process of market segmentation. Instead of treating an audience as one vast, undifferentiated crowd, a CRM takes all that collected data and begins grouping them by shared demographic and psychographic traits. Consider an outdoor gear company. If they send a generic promotional email highlighting their entire catalog to every single person on their mailing list, most people will ignore it. Instead, they use the CRM to segment their audience. They can isolate the customers who previously bought hiking boots and send them a promotion exclusively for lightweight tents, while simultaneously sending snowboard promotions directly to their winter sports enthusiasts. Segmenting a market like this prevents wasted advertising spend. By ensuring promotions only reach highly relevant audiences, targeted campaigns regularly generate significant revenue growth. Looking at this lead generation funnel, you can see how a business filters an extensive volume of general prospects down to the individuals who are actually ready to purchase. The CRM tracks exactly how these prospects engage. For example, if a manager at another company downloads a free white paper from a B2B software vendor, the CRM tags them as a marketing qualified lead, or MQL. They are curious, but they aren't necessarily ready to buy. However, if that same manager requests a live pricing demo, their intent has shifted. The CRM now moves them down the funnel, tagging them as a sales qualified lead, or SQL. They have immediate purchase intent. The moment a lead is classified as an SQL, the CRM automatically flags the profile and alerts the sales team to prioritize contacting them immediately. Automating this qualification process means sales teams never waste their time calling unready prospects. They focus entirely on the people ready to buy, maximizing close rates and return on investment. Every single interaction a customer has with a brand generates data that the CRM is built to store and categorize. Generally, this data falls into 4 categories: identity data, like names and addresses; quantitative data, covering transaction history; qualitative data, like opinions and ratings; and descriptive data, covering lifestyle details. Imagine a boutique hotel using a CRM. They track quantitative data, noting that a specific guest books a room every December, and qualitative data, recording a post-stay survey where that guest praised the hotel's down pillows. This timeline visualization shows how a CRM uses predictive modeling. The system plots out past historical data, the December bookings and the survey feedback, and analyzes it to anticipate a future behavior. Based on this model, the CRM automatically triggers a personalized email to that guest in mid-November. It offers an early booking discount for a room upgrade, specifically mentioning extra down pillows. The guest rebooks immediately. By combining specific data types with predictive analytics, businesses can anticipate exactly what a customer wants and fulfill the desire before the customer even explicitly asks. This graph comparing a single purchase customer to a loyal regular illustrates customer lifetime value, or CLV. Instead of focusing on the profit of one isolated transaction, CLV tracks the total amount a customer will spend on a company's products over their entire life. Because acquiring a new customer is expensive and retaining one costs money too, customer profitability varies. Not all customers provide the same financial benefit to a business. Take an airline. A budget traveler who flies once a year for a family vacation yields a small margin. A corporate executive who flies first class on a weekly basis represents hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue over a decade. This is why the airline's CRM dictates giving that executive free lounge access and priority boarding. The strategy is to maximize the share of customer. The cumulative long-term value of keeping that executive loyal easily justifies the short-term cost of the perks. Measuring lifetime value and profitability stops a business from chasing cheap, one-off sales. It forces them to invest their resources into highly profitable, long-term relationships. A CRM functions as a strategic asset rather than a simple digital address book. It allows global corporations to track millions of people, yet market to each of them as if they are their only customer. Think about a business you buy from frequently. Maybe a local coffee shop, your favorite clothing brand, or a streaming service. How do you think their CRM tracks your interactions behind the scenes to keep you coming back? In modern business, the ultimate competitive advantage isn't the product on the shelf. It's the quality of the data driving the relationship with the person buying it.